Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Kamlesh Mali, Assistant Professor working at Department of Pharmaceutics, R.C. Patel Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Shirpur, Maharashtra. In this video, we are going to discuss about the pharmacokinetics model, part 1. The content of this video is like objective pharmacokinetics model, why model the data, why there is necessary to put data into a model form, how model should be, what is the ideal characteristics of model, then what is the applications of model, then approaches in quantitative study of various kinetic process, type of pharmacokinetics models, then assumptions and applications of compartment model. In this video actually we are going to discuss introduction about the compartment model, right? The total detail about the types of pharmacokinetics model we will be discussing next video, right? For that you have to see the next video. So for that please subscribe my channel for that purpose, right? So basically now we move toward the actual session. So the objective of this pharmacokinetics model is drug movement within the body is a complex process basically, right? The major objective of this is to develop a generalized and simple approach to describe, analyze and interpret the data obtained during in vivo drug disposition study, right? Basically in vivo drug disposition study the data is a more complicated form. So to understand that data we have to simplify that data, right? For that purpose these pharmacokinetics models help, right? And if we break pharmacokinetics model, this word, that is pharmacokinetics means what? This is a parameters like absorption, distribution, metabolism, elimination, right? These are the pharmacokinetics parameters. Model means what? It is a hypothetical concept or it is a mathematical representation of data. That is collectively we call as a pharmacokinetics model, right? Now, what is actually pharmacokinetics model? It means expressing mathematical or quantitative a time course of drug throughout the body and make a sense of meaningful pharmacokinetics parameter. Actually, this pharmacokinetics parameter help to simplify the data, right? And it gives information in the form of mathematical or quantitative basis how much time drug remain in body, right? So pharmacokinetics model are the hypothetical structure that used to describe change in drug concentration in biological system with respect to time. How the drug concentration changes with respect to time in living body, that can be predicted with the help of pharmacokinetics model, right? Now the model is just a hypothetical concept, right? The mathematical representation which show the quantitative relationship between the pharmacokinetics parameter. Now, why we put data in the form of models, or why we incorporate data in the models, why there is necessary, right? So basically what, there is a three main reasons why we subject data into models, right? So first one is a descriptive, to describe drug kinetic in a simple way, right? For that purpose we require the models. Second one is a predictive, to predict the time course of drug after multiple dosing based on single dose data, to predict absorption profile of drug from the IV data, intravenous data, right? So what actually predictions, what predictions? How much time drug remain in body, how it behave or undergoes the pharmacokinetics process, right? What will be the drug absorption profile of that particular drug? That information we can predict with the help of pharmacokinetics model. Then third one is explanatory, to explain the unclear observations, right? For that reasons we have to subject data into the models to simplify purpose, for the simplify purpose. Now how model should be, right? What is the ideal model? What will be the ideal characteristics of model? So first one is it should be a valid one. Second one is it should be predictable, and third one is it should be show the consistency result, right? So first one, valid. So it should be valid one, right? It should have a practical applicability. It should be practically applicable, right, or possible. So it should be valuable in describing the events with accuracy, with precision, right? Then second one is a prediction ability, right? Prediction ability means this model predict qualitative and quantitative changes in a parameter that are rate constant and half-life of drug. That should be predictable in terms, both terms, that is a quantitative and qualitative changes, right? Third one is a consistency of result. Consistency result of means that model should be give a reproducible result, right? So reproducibility is an important quality of mathematical model. The result should not be changed with the place or manufacture or other things. Then the applications of pharmacokinetics model. So first one is a predicting concentration of drug in a various body fluid with dose regimen. Means what? It predict the drug concentration in various body parts or various body fluids, right? We can say that it can predict the drug concentration in plasma, tissue or urine with respect to time. How much amount of drug absorb in particular time, or how much amount of drug excrete in urine with respect to time. That data we can predict with the help of mathematical or pharmacokinetics model. Second one is a behavior of drug in a patient can be characterized with the help of pharmacokinetics model. That is a behavior of drug, how drug behave in a patient, right? Third one is a determination of optimum dose regimen for each patient. The optimum dose regimen can be designed or determined with the help of pharmacokinetics model, right? Basically it helps in designing the dose regimen for each patient. For example, in case of kidney failure patient, that patient require the optimum dose regimen according to their need, right? In that case, this pharmacokinetics parameter play important role. Then the estimation of possible accumulation of drug and metabolite. The estimation of possible accumulation of drug or metabolite. If there is any chances of accumulation of drug or metabolite in body, that can also be estimated with the help of pharmacokinetics model. Then the quantitative assessment of the effect of physiological condition on drugs ADME. Means what? What will the effect of physiological condition? Physiological condition means disease conditions, for example. What will be the effect of particular disease over the pharmacokinetics parameter? That is the absorption, distribution, metabolism, eliminations. Then this pharmacokinetics model help to correlate the drug concentration with pharmacological activity. These models help to correlate drug concentration with the pharmacological activity or pharmacological response, right? This correlation we can done with the help of pharmacokinetics model. Then the evaluating bioequivalence between the different formulations. It help in evaluate the bioequivalence between different formulations. Now the approaches in quantitative study of various kinetic process, right? So basically what, there is a two major approaches in a quantitative study of various kinetic process of drug disposition in body. First one is a model approach, right? This is a model approach. In model approach there is a basically three models. First one is a compartment model, second is a physiological, and third one is a distributed parameter model, right? The compartment model having a sub parts, that is a mammillary model and quaternary model. And second major approach is a model independent approach, right? This approach we will discuss in detail in next slide or next video. So basically the types of pharmacokinetics models is, first one is a compartment model, that is we call as an empirical model or hypothetical model. Second is a physiological models, that are the realistic models. Third one is a distributed parameter models, which are a realistic models. So what physiological models and distributed parameter models are the near about similar one, right? and they are having based on the what physiological and anatomical structure relationship. So now the compartment model. What is the compartment model? Compartment model is a traditional and most widely used approach to pharmacokinetic characterizations of drug. This is the mostly widely used approach for the pharmacokinetic characterization of drug. This model simply interpolate the experimental data and allowed on empirical formula to estimate drug concentration with respect to time. So what basically it is a similar simple process, mostly widely used approach to characterize pharmacokinetic characterization of drug. Right. This model put the or simplify the experimental data in the form of empirical formula. Empirical formula means mathematical formula, right? So we can easily estimate the drug concentration with respect to the time, right? And this compartment model having two types. First one is a mammillary model and quaternary model. Before that, we have to see what are the assumptions regarding the compartment model. As we see, compartment model is not a realistic concept, it is a hypothetical concept, right? So there are some assumptions regarding the compartment model. So what are the assumptions? First one is a body is represented as a series of compartments which arrange in series or parallel to each other. This is the first assumption. We consider as a body is a series of compartments and that compartment arrange in a series or parallel to each other. This is the first assumption. Second one is each compartment is not real physiological or anatomical reason, but a virtual one. Means what? Each compartment not a real physiological or anatomical reason, right? But it is a virtual one. We have to consider it is like a real one, right? And consider as a group of tissue having a same distribution characteristics, that is a same blood flow and affinity, right? So what we have to consider the group of tissue having a same distribution characteristics. Same distribution characteristics means what? That particular tissue having a same characteristics like a same blood flow and same affinity toward the particular drug. Then third assumption is what? Consider each compartment drug distribution to be rapidly and uniformly. In each compartment drug distribution is a uniform and rapidly. We have to consider the rate of drug movement between compartment is described by first order kinetics. The drug movement in between the compartment that described by the first order kinetics. And fifth one is a rate constant are used to represent rate of entry into and exit from the compartment. From this, in this figure you can see the entry and exit represented by the rate constant K. For example, K1, K2, K13, K12, like, right? Now what are the applications? The applications of compartment modeling is, first one is it is a simple and flexible approach and widely used. Second, it gives visual representation of various rate process. It gives a visual representation so what is understanding become more easy. Then it is a helpful in predicting drug concentration time profile in both cases, that is a normal case as well as a pathological condition means disease state, right? It is a useful in relating the plasma drug level in therapeutic toxic effect in body. It is related. Make correlation between the plasma drug level with the therapeutic effect and toxic effect that can be predict from the pharmacokinetics model. It is also useful when several therapeutic agents compare. In basically what clinically the drug comparison is based on compartment model. When there is a clinically comparison between the various therapeutic agent, that time compartment model is the most useful, right? Then it is a simplicity, allow easy tabulation of volume of distribution or half-life. The various parameter we can easily tabulize means we can represent in the table form. So the understanding become more easy, right? For the next more information regarding the pharmacokinetics, you have to see my next video. For that you have to please subscribe and like the video. Thank you.